Walsall Operatic Society have Sweeney Todd at the Grand Theatre right the way through until Saturday the 17th of March, which means you've got 4 more chances at the point of us speaking to you now to come along and see what is an absolutely fantastic show, Sondheim musical. And I'm joined now by Steph Coleman, Richard Boynton, aka Sweeney Todd, and a young lady who's very good at cooking pies. How are we doing?
Fine, thank
Very
you.
well, thank you. Yeah.
Good stuff. So, first of all, tell us a little bit of the background to your roles before we start talking about Walsall Operatic.
Well, I play Sweeney Todd, and who's also known as Benjamin Barker. Mm-hmm. And at the top of the show, he's returned to London after 15 years in exile, and he's come back to see if his wife is still around, see if his daughter's still around, and he finds out that they're not, and decides to reap his revenge.
And this is where you come in, because you are in the shop below, the old barber shop that you used to frequent in your time 15 years earlier in London.
That's right.
And you've got your pie shop down there.
I have. And actually, I've always been in love, I think, with Benjamin Barker. I was when he was there before, and he's obviously been sent away, and he comes back, and she thinks she recognises him when he first comes into the pie shop, where the pies are being made, and they're pretty awful because she's got no money and there's not much meat about. And she realises it's him and suggests that he becomes a barber again because she's kept his razors from when he left.
And they're mighty impressive, these blades, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
Chased silver, no less.
They are, chased silver. And once seen, never forgotten, according to Mr. Pirelli, who recognises them.
So yeah, and there's lots of twists and turns along the way, and we can't do too many spoilers. So I've got to behave, because I came along to the show last night, and I was absolutely blown away by the performances.
Great news.
Fantastic stuff. If you've been to see it and you want to let us know what you thought of it, just drop us a note. We are on Facebook now live, as you probably know because you're watching this, but just comment and we'll be able to pick that up here and have a chat about it as we go along. Anything else you want to know about the production too. But from the moment that curtain lifts up and you see a brilliant set, and it must be great working with such a fantastic set. That's like having an extra 7 or 8 performers out there, isn't it?
Absolutely, the set's absolutely incredible, and there's so many different routes in and around it, and you kind of see people lurking in the shadows, and all of a sudden they'll appear out of seemingly nowhere, really.
Yeah, absolutely. The first rehearsal with the set, I wasn't sure which door was which. Had to sort of have a practice going in the wrong doors, but it's fine now.
Yeah,
but doors, little flaps,
staircases,
trapdoors,
Yeah.
And various staircases going to the same place but different angles, so it's just all part of it. And the lighting plays such a massive part of making that set come to life as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's difficult to appreciate it when you're on stage, but we've seen some production photographs, and Stephen Rainsford's lighting is absolutely incredible and really, really adds that atmosphere to the show that it needs.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fabulous. And with the smoke and everything, you really get that feel of, dirty, sort of Victorian London. It's great.
But before we even get to the actual cast themselves, you've then got the music coming from the Midland Concert Orchestra.
Fantastic.
And isn't it amazing?
Yeah, they're incredible.
It's the second time that I've ever sung with an orchestra. The first time being when I did Sweeney Todd with Walsall 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's a real treat, because I remember the days when I was in youth theatre way back when in the mid-90s. We had, do you know Jean Martin, who was in...
I do know Jean,
Britain's Got Talent, yes. So Jean Martin was incredible, obviously, but it was just Jean Martin on her organ. There is
no such thing as just Jean Martin.
Yes, exactly, not just Jean Martin. I'm kind of doing her a disservice, but she's trying to play as many orchestral parts as possible with just her 2 hands. Mm-hmm. And I've worked with a lot of youth theatres, and I've said they don't know how lucky they are to be working with such incredible musicians. And yes, it's only the second time that I've ever sung with a live orchestra and with such an incredible score.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, the band call, we were all so sort of when we heard the band, fantastic.
Yeah, because you rehearsed
orchestra,
for 6 months with just a pianist.
Yeah.
Just a pianist.
Ian.
He's usually just waiting.
Ian Room is just incredible.
Our incredible musical director.
Absolutely.
But then hearing it with a 17-piece orchestra is particularly special.
Yeah, it really, really is.
So you're enjoying that. So let's get on to the cast and the way it all starts then, because from the moment, as I say, the curtain goes up, you've got the stage, you've got the music, you've got a huge cast on there. How many people are in this? Because the ensemble is massive.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah. There's 50 performers all in all.
All in all.
Right.
Which is great.
That's great. That's a lot of costumes.
Yeah, lot of costumes.
A lot
Yes.
of costumes, a lot of voices as well, so it's a
Yeah.
big old sound that comes
Yeah.
from the stage
It's
as well.
fabulous sound.
But you can't mic all of those, but you have enough people mic to get the sound across right,
Yeah.
and it is just such a full sound from the presence of all these people on stage.
That's right.
And all looking amazing in costume.
Fabulous.
And all throwing themselves into this completely.
Oh, massively proud. And the buzz within the company is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's really supportive and happy for you if you're successful or you get a mention or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they really are so proud of everybody else. It's just lovely.
Absolutely. I
Really.
think there's a huge excitement as well of being at the Grand
Oh,
for the
yeah.
first time as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because, it's a great space to work in.
Well, it's more than twice the size of any theatre you've played before.
Yes,
and
it is.
although often we don't see the Grand Circle open here, you already have that for Saturday night.
We do.
And
yeah.
if tickets keep selling the way they're selling, it's a possibility it could happen on Friday as well. So
Fingers
you know,
crossed.
if you want your tickets, we'll tell you how to get hold of them. But you know the website. But come along and get tickets for a brilliant show. And the music itself, because it's Sondheim, it is very obviously a Sondheim musical. There's a repeating structure of the music in there, and that I think it helps tell the story in this case because. There are music points which take you back to different points of the characters' timelines.
That's right.
And you see that as you go along.
You do. It's a hard sing, isn't it, Richard?
It is a really difficult
It's
thing.
a really hard sing.
Because of that repetition, there might be kind of the same phrase of music, but with ever so slightly different lyrics. And just remembering what those are is really tricky.
It's
and
tricky.
interestingly, I think there are parts, particularly in Priest, where we're singing the same thing but kind of reflected. So as my notes go up, yours are going down, and they're
That's
kind
right.
of, if you put a mirror between them, it's really, really cleverly written.
Cleverly done, but very hard to learn. You know, it's taken a long time to learn those, but once you've got them, they're in. You know, it's okay.
Once it's sorted.
Yeah.
But you spent 6 months rehearsing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means that you all have pretty much lived these parts.
Totally.
It must be quite tempting to go around baking pies pretty much the whole time. And
I'm not so tempted to go and kill people, but
well, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But you have to shave, even though it be with a blunt razor, some of your colleagues on stage, and that must be quite tricky to do because it's weird when somebody else shaves you. Not that you look like they've had that happen for a while,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
but it's an odd skill to have to put
It is
together.
really tricky, and I had to do a lot of research on about how you'd hold that cutthroat razor as well, because it's obviously not like your disposable razors or your Mac 4, whatever it might be. But it's quite a skill to be able to slap on the foam on somebody else and shave in the
Particularly
right
when you
direction.
haven't got to hit the microphone though.
Yes, absolutely.
That's right.
And sing simultaneously and then operate this strange contraption of a chair to spin them round and get them down a chute.
Yeah.
So a lot going on.
Yes, a lot.
Multitasking at its finest,
All
I
the
think.
time.
But, so obviously Warsaw enjoying their first visit to the Grand. I think
Very
you're going to be back, aren't you?
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're back
Yeah,
in
we're back
June
next June. Yeah, to do Hello Dolly.
So that's again another fantastic show.
Yeah.
People are going to know that one probably even more than they know this one because even if they don't know the songs from this, they know the story.
Yes.
But Hello Dolly, they're going to already have some great expectations of what you're going to do on stage.
Yeah.
And with what you've shown you can do here, I think there won't be a person disappointed.
Oh well, that would be lovely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be really good.
No, we've had some great feedback as well
Yeah.
from new audience members, because I think with us being at this venue for the first time, we've
Mm-hmm.
attracted a new crowd of people. We've had a lot of messages through social media saying about what a fantastic show it was. They took a gamble on a new company that they didn't know before, and were seriously impressed. So hopefully we're going to get them back.
But you've all done so much in house as well, from everything down to the artwork. Behind us, we've got the pictures that have worked their way through both on the programme and in the advertising. And this has been a family affair for you, hasn't it?
It is. It's my son and his partner who have done all of the artwork, all of the billboards, all of the end of bus stop posters, flyers, and the programme. Yeah.
So it's all come together.
It's all come
And again, this is something you get with the amateurs. It is very much that labour of love we've talked about.
Yeah.
And you know that what you're getting on stage has been put there because you can and because you want to do it. And it's about doing it for the love of theatre.
Yeah.
And that certainly comes across in the show. Some great singing voices, some amazing talent out there. And it's impossible to give a shout out to everybody who did so well in the show because everybody does so well in the show. If you haven't seen it, do come along. Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre right the way through until Saturday. So 4 shows from this point going forward. You've got a Thursday night, a Friday night, a Saturday matinee and a Saturday evening show. 01902 429212 is the box office number. November, or grandtheatre.co.uk to get your hands on tickets. But look out for all the press pictures. There's some great coverage of this. It is a truly amazing amateur production here at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre. So congratulations to everyone. Break a leg as with your remaining performances, and we look forward to seeing you again soon here at the Grand.
Thank you
Thank you
very much.